It's almost like the 911 operator wasn't understanding what that guy was trying to tell him, that someone was being carjacked right now, that, there was a weapon involved and he was pointing it at someone in a vehicle. He, to me, he gave a very clear and concise description of, what he saw. And I don't know what that 911 operator was thinking. Like, you know, do you want to meet with law enforcement? No, I don't want to come down to the station and have a conversation about it. I want you to send a patrol unit, right now. This person is in imminent danger.
Now, take a look at this, and let me go straight out to high profile lawyer Brian Foley, former chief prosecutor in Houston and author of What Prosecutors Don't Tell You. That's upcoming. Brian Foley, thank you for being with us. Could you re-rack that video one more time? This is not a spur of the moment thing, Brian Foley. I don't want to hear anything about a crime of opportunity, which somehow, in many people's minds, lessens the intent. This is planned. Look, the carjacker, kidnapper, A, just happens to have a machine gun in his car, and B, is dressed sleuth, ninja style, all in black hoodie over his head, wearing a mask. This was planned out.
Yeah, I mean, I think the video speaks for itself. It's outrageous. You can't even believe what you're seeing on there. Somebody with a huge, semi-automatic firearm or fully automatic. We don't even know that yet, but they just go into someone else's car, ramming it. That alone would be an aggravated assault, But this crime now, the way it's played out, I mean, this is a death penalty eligible. It's the most serious type of crime that you have.
Manhunt, a Florida mom kidnapped in broad daylight at a busy intersection. Look, everybody's just driving by like nothing's happening. Another issue to forensic psychologist, author of Dark Sides, Dr. Jeff Kalashevsky, joining us. Dr. Jeff, that moment in your car where you're driving all alone, or God forbid, with your children, you look out the driver's window and there's a guy with a machine gun, an automatic weapon, telling you to slide over. There's so many do this, do that, speed off, don't stop once you're ran from behind, keep your doors locked. But all that, I would imagine, just flies out of your mind when you've got a machine gun shoved in your head. This is a young mom named Katherine Aguasvias, right there on a regular day look at her, a regular day minding her own business, and she's carjacked in broad daylight, Jeff.
Right. Obviously, this kind of intensity of experience is shocking. And a lot of people would sit back and say, well, why didn't she drive away? Well, why didn't she open the door? But in that moment, you don't have your wits about you because obviously your anxiety went through the roof. You're concerned about your life and you're in a complete state of shock where you really can't access rational thought about what should I do now.
Another thing, Dr. Jeff Kalashevsky, forensic psychologist, Dr. Jeff, people have different types of reactions. For instance, my daughter and my son, twins, couldn't be more different in how they respond. My daughter freezes, and she's no shrinking violet, but she freezes in a moment of emergency. And that, I understand, is a very typical reaction.
Absolutely. And we're talking about just not a common experience like someone gets hurt. We're talking about your life is on the line, and this is a type of experience you have no reference point for. So immediately you sort of go into a psychological shock, and it would not be uncommon for people to freeze in this situation and take direction from the perpetrator.
I would like to report, I would love to report that this young mom of a little 6-year-old girl was recovered safely. That is not the case.